Hey, what's up guys? It's Phil Trigger with another game theory tutorial. Today we're going to talk about attacking patterns. I've been in forums and all that, and many people wonder why, mainly Asian players, Japanese players, Singaporean players, etc. They usually play very aggressively, but also very conservative at the same time. Here's how. A lot of people wonder why they attack with the Vanguard first. And it's pretty simple. It's a very simple concept, but it's also one of the best ways to attack. The Vanguard is the one that baits out all the guards, and essentially they'll either guard the Vanguard or they won't guard the Vanguard. Now, in this scenario, let's assume my opponent has 5 damage, and they have an 11k Vanguard. That's fine. CEO currently is at 22, thanks to her effect, but this is kind of irrelevant. The main part of this video is to show why people attack with the Vanguard and why it's so good. The Vanguard is essentially your strongest unit on the field because it has the drive checks, which makes it one of the more threatening ones. So mainly people will start guarding it when they have about 4 damage, if they know you have criticals in the deck. So right now, my Vanguard will attack my opponent. They'll either use a null guard or they'll use shields. Simple as that. They'll use something very important to guard off that attack and survive. Now, if I get a trigger, I can simply give it to my rear guard, and he'll continue the assault. Because your rear guards, they'll be at 16 in the very least. And then you can simply just boost them up, make it a 21, and still continue the assault versus the opponent. So with just 2 cards, in one of the most ideal and basic situations, I can get rid of 4 cards from their hand. 22 to their 11, they have to guard with the 10, plus another card on top, or a null guard, discarding the card, and then another 21, another 10, another card, another null guard, etc. It's better to just give the power boost to your rear guards if the attack does not hit. Now, if the attack does hit, don't worry about it. But there's that situation where you get the first trigger check, and it's a trigger, and you're kind of debating on either giving it to your Vanguard or to your rear guard. Now, the beauty of this is you can always just give it to your rear guard. Don't worry about the Vanguard. Yes, you can get the other trigger, but you can just simply give it to your rear guard and make it even more threatening. Because you already did your job with the Vanguard. You already baited out their guards, and now, essentially, you can just keep continuing the assault with a new monster. If you're running stands, it's kind of a different scenario. In this scenario, we have 2 main attackers on the field. If we had 3, it'd be slightly different. In this one, we have 2 options. Option A, we can continue the normal strategy, attack with the Vanguard, get that trigger, and then give it to your RG. Or, in case, now that you're running stands, you can attack with your rear guard first, and then simply attack with the Vanguard and hope to get that stand trigger. Now, the things that these 2 options do is option A does the same thing, maximizes damage potential. Option B, it's basically withering out your opponent. For example, I can attack with the first one, they guard. Attack with my Vanguard, they guard with the important shields. And if I get the stand, simply give it back to my rear guard and attack again, and if they have the enough guards, they'll guard that too. So I can get rid of more. I can get rid of guards a little easier, or I can just simply wither out their field, getting rid of more rear guards than anything else. But both situations are very good. I personally prefer not to run stands unless the deck calls for it. For example, Doti, Draconic Overlord at the end, and also a few other builds that I'll share with you guys later. But this is basically just to explain why people attack the Vanguard first. It's very ideal. If you're running stand triggers and you have 3 attackers, it's pretty simple. Attack with 1, attack, in that order. So it doesn't really matter. But when you have 2, you have to make a choice between option A or option B. Either way, they're both very good plays, and I recommend attacking with the Vanguard first, just to bait out those guards. And also, it's just a threatening monster. People will guard or they won't. I mean, early game they will not guard, but once they're in the pressure phase with 5 damage or 4 damage, they'll guard. And remember, the game is basically about your Vanguard and your rear guards backing it up. But with your Vanguard swinging, baiting all of those guards, your rear guards can go in and just basically finish the job. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Stick around for more. Peace.